Hey there everyone, it's Jenn, the Board Game Librarian, coming to you with another book review. Today we're going to be taking a look at The Other Mother by Connecticut author Matthew Dix. This is one that I've recently done for book club here at the library, and we hosted Matthew Dix for a virtual author program on Monday, on June 7th. Looking at the calendar. Yes, June 7th. We also do something here at our library, Manchester Public Library in Connecticut, a subscription box series. We call it Bookmarked. It's something that we offer for all ages, but this book for January was our selection. So in Bookmarked, it's a brand new book. It has in there a reader's list of things that are similar, other things you might like, and it comes with a custom bookmark along with other goodies. So my coworker Michelle had done this as her selection, and she threw in a bunch of like mental health awareness things and other things as well too. So this is Matthew Dix, either fifth or sixth book, and if you haven't read him before, he's probably more recently known for 21 Truths About Love, which is a book that is done in all lists. Dix is known in the Moth circles for being a ridiculously Grand Slam champion. He's won a lot of times. And he also does a lot of workshops, and some of his work, besides being an elementary school teacher, is in storytelling. So he cracks in a pretty powerful story in less than 300-ish pages. So in The Other Mother, our main character is 14-year-old Michael, who wakes up one day and he believes that his mother is not his mother, that she's been replaced by this other mother. He contemplates aliens, he contemplates that she is dead and buried in the basement, he contemplates a lot of different things, makes some lists. But this book takes place over the span of 2 days, very action-packed for 2 days, and our main character also has ADD. He also, and this is not a spoiler necessarily, he also has Capgras syndrome, which is a real condition where people suddenly wake up one day and believe that their loved one is not their loved one. And Dix was telling us on Monday night that very often situations like this with folks who have Capgras syndrome, and very tragically, because a lot of people end up killing the person who they believe is not the person. This does not happen. That's a minor spoiler, but yes. So here we have Michael's mother, his stepfather Glenn. No one likes Glenn. His sister Julia, his brother Charlie, and his love interest Sarah. And Michael is a very real character. He is a 14-year-old boy who has had problems in school in the past. What on the surface seem like problems, but they're not really problems when you get to the heart of why he has had those quote-unquote problems. Michael is a very good brother. He takes care of his brother and sister while his mother is working long shifts as a nurse at the hospital, and his stepfather Glenn is not doing much of anything. He has a very poignant moment in the middle-ish of the book where you just want to cry and stand and cheer for this boy who feels so alone in life. To me, that was really one of the main themes of the book, is that I think so many times in our life, many of us feel alone. We feel like no one's standing up for us, no one's in our corner, and would it matter if we are here or not? Would it matter if we were at school or we were at home doing our homework or hanging out with our friends? That for whatever reason, we're not talking to someone else about our problems, we're not communicating with others, we're not letting others in on what's going on in our lives. And Michael definitely has that in here. He's also carrying a very big secret. We know early on that Michael's father has been dead for several years, hence his stepfather Glenn. But Michael has a secret about his father, and he needs to tell someone. and very powerful moments at the end of the story when he finally tells someone, and then when he tells the person that he needs to tell. This book is very much from a 14-year-old's perspective, but it's not immaturely written, and it's not a young adult book either. Matthew Dix has done a superb job of getting in the mind of a 14-year-old boy who has ADD. When Michael is obsessing about things and making lists and wondering these things, it's what a 14-year-old boy with ADD would do. His lack of focus sometimes, that's very, very clear in this book too. And just how things go. I really appreciated that about him. And, if you follow Moth, you know that people need to be able to tell a very well fleshed out story in 5 minutes. They have 5 minutes. So the fact that this book is short and packs such a powerful punch speaks to Matthew Dix's ability to tell a story. He does have other stories, other novels that he's written that also deal with mental health, a couple with obsessive compulsive disorder, and I think one with depression as well. I recommend this book. It's one I think that you're not necessarily going to pick up off the shelf, but I think it's one that you should read. There's a couple of pertinent things that are going on here, but I think it's one you'll enjoy. I gave it like 3.5, 4 stars. The first half of the book was a little difficult to kind of get rolling, and then towards the end it was very smooth sailing. But I recommend this one. That's all this time. Thanks, friends.